It's the main road in and out of Tucson's downtown, but what's the best way to make Broadway broader? Tucson City Council has set a hearing tonight and then a vote to decide how wide the road will be once the work is done. A lot of people have a stake in what happens on that street. Not in Your Side's Craig Smith is live along Broadway with more on what they think of this plan.
Well, Guy, critics said the original plan would make Broadway too wide and that too many buildings would end up getting demolished. The new plan is for a narrower Broadway with fewer demolitions, but critics of that plan say it would make parking lots so narrow that businesses wouldn't be able to function and they would die anyway. Plans to widen Broadway from Euclid to Country Club date back almost 30 years, but they stalled as the precise plan was debated. That led to businesses reluctant to invest in properties that might be torn down. The plan dropped from 6 lanes plus 2 bus lanes to 6 lanes with bus pullouts. Efforts to reduce buildings demolished shrank the plan from a street and sidewalk about 120 feet wide to a plan about 98 feet wide. But speaking for a group of building owners, Greg Clark says the 98-foot plan cuts into so much parking space, businesses can't function.
This new roadway, where the goal is to avoid demolishing anything, all it really does is save buildings. It demolishes the ability for businesses to be conducted here because it takes the parking and puts roadways right up against windows and doors.
Clark says better to buy out and tear down more buildings and build to 120 feet wide. Monica Hay-Cook of the Broadway Citizen Task Force concedes some businesses may have parking problems and could be better off bought out. But she says the 98-foot plan preserves interesting 1950s architecture you may not see unless you remove add-ons applied years later.
Underneath there still is some really nice architectural detail. For me, a building was hit by a car and underneath is brick and stone, but nobody really realizes that.
Now, City Council is holding a public hearing at their regular meeting, which starts at about 5:30. Council is most likely going to go for that 98-foot wide plan. But even then, that does not mean construction is going to start out here. What will happen if the council does set that plan is then city staff can go about buying up properties and making fine adjustments to the exact path of Broadway. Once that is all taken care of, then construction can begin, and that is probably about 3 years away. Reporting live, Craig Smith, KGUN-9 on Your Side.